We hope that you'll enjoy the next 3 minutes or so, which will take you on a tour through our first 37 years of work. Over the last 37 years, many of you will have met us.
But for those who haven't, we thought you might like a flavour of the fruits of our labours.
The Kennicott Bible, a complete Old Testament, was our first facsimile and took 5 years to complete. It was followed, 4 years later, by the Rothschild Miscellany containing Sifrei Emet, Moral Tales, and all the festival prayers.
The Barcelona 2 years later was followed amazingly quickly by the mammoth Alba Bible, the first translation of the Hebrew Bible into Castilian. We were commissioned to reproduce it by our dear friend Mauricio Hatchwell.
From the sublime to the tiny Mer Brachot, which declares that if you recite its prayers, you're guaranteed a place in the world to come.
The 13th century Parma Psalter depicts many of the psalms in intricate detail, and a choir master directing the singing of Ein Kamocha is a favourite amongst musicologists.
At a similar time in France, the North French Miscellany was probably written by its owner and contains all the books he wanted in a single volume. Perek Shirah is a manuscript wherein all creatures of creation praise the Creator.
We copied this Megillat Esther on real sheepskin parchment and encased it in a handmade solid silver winder. More recently, we completed several private commissions.
Shir HaShirim is a tour de force wherein every page needed reproducing with different and often difficult techniques.
The translation was hidden inside the images, and the binding involved over 1,000 pieces of goatskin individually applied by hand.
Our friend Muzi Wertheim, who commissioned these manuscripts, then asked us to reproduce Megillat Ruth in a more sober, earthy book.
We printed the watercolour paintings on the same paper used by Leila Ganin, and then created a marquetry binding in wood complete with its lectern box. The lion is Muzi's imprint.
The Dead Sea Scrolls facsimile was created from images taken in 1947 when it was still complete. We reproduced every stitch.
They've been displayed at the Vatican, Bibliothèque Nationale in Paris, and the National Library in Japan.
The Museum of the Bible commissioned us to reproduce the copper scroll on real copper. It was made when the Romans were about to ransack the temple and contains an inventory and detailed description of where the huge treasure was hidden. One of our current challenges involves a manuscript on papyrus.
Last year we completed 3 facsimiles on falconry for Abu Dhabi, and we are hoping to make copies of several other treasures held in libraries around the world.
Our latest facsimile is the Catalan Mahsor for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. All the gold and the binding have been made by hand in this edition of only 25 copies.
Other commissions have included a Torah scroll fragment and family archives.
So there you have it in a nutshell.
37 years spending approximately 23 hours a day together,
and hoping to reproduce manuscripts galore in the years ahead.